I mean, like a lot of people don't even like, what are some things we talked about the big overview of offers, but like what don't people know about offers that they need to know?
I think maybe one of the most valuable financial principles I've learned in my life is poor people and middle-class people feel like everything is expensive because they pay for things with money they've exchanged their time for. So they feel like they're paying for everything with their life because they are.
It's time.
Right. You're trading time for money. So let's say, I got a couple of phones here. So let's say I've got some money. We're going to call this some money. I got some money.
Okay.
And I want to buy this car. And I've got some time. So what I do is I take some of my time and I trade my time to somebody for some money, and they give me the money. But when I get the money, I don't have the time anymore because the time's gone and I can't get it back. It's gone forever.
Yep.
Right? So then I see this car and I'm like, I got this money that I've changed my time for, and I'm going to take this money that I've changed my time for, I'm going to trade that in for this car. So now I don't have the time and I don't have the money anymore, but now I have the car. And now the car is becoming worth less over time. Right? So I've traded an invaluable asset for a limited asset and then traded the limited asset for a depreciating asset. And I wonder why I'm getting broker. Right? Okay. So that analogy made sense, right?
Yep.
But watch this. If I'm an entrepreneur and the thing that I create, because I obsess over other people's problems, is I create offers. So now, because I pay for things with offers, everything costs the same amount. It doesn't matter if it's this watch or this phone, this iPhone, which I think they're about $1,700, $1,800 now, I guess, for an iPhone, for a phone, right? Which that sounds crazy, right? Okay. Or a brand new car, or a house, or a private island, or a mountain, or a private jet, or this bottle of water.
Right.
It all cost the same amount. Now I know that sounds crazy, and that's why I'm saying it slowly so people can say, I'm saying this like this so people can begin to disagree with me in their mind.
Yeah.
So that when I prove it, they can be so blown away, like, oh man, my brain just melted. Right. And so this water, this phone cost me no more than this bottle of water. This watch was a gift, so I can't use that. But my car, whichever car you want to talk about, whichever one of my cars you want to talk about, cost me no more than this bottle of water. Why? Because I pay for everything according to my creativity. Notice what I didn't say. I didn't say I pay for things with my creativity. I didn't say I pay for things out of my creativity. I didn't say I pay for things from my creativity. I said I pay for things according to my creativity. Now, why is that important? If I paid for it out of, with, or from my creativity, after I paid for it, I'd have less creativity than I had before I paid for it.
Yeah.
But if I pay for it according to my creativity, I can pay for it using creativity and have no less creativity after I paid for it than I had before I paid for it. That is a game changer. One of the greatest awarenesses of my life on planet Earth in 63 years is what I just said. Now, what does that mean? I'm going to look at something I'd like to buy, and it's outside my current spending comfort zone. So what would that be for somebody? Just whatever. It doesn't matter. Just tell me what that would be for somebody.
100,000.
No, but what's the thing I'm going to buy?
A car.
A car. I'm going to buy a $100,000 car. Okay. So I can look at that car, and if I make $100,000 a year, I ask the question, is this worth a year of my life? But I say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create an offer. I'm going to create a $5,000 offer, and this $5,000 offer is going to create a transformation for somebody that's worth $50,000 to them. So they're going to pay me $5,000. So when I create the offer, I have to use creativity to create the offer, right? So now I'm using my creativity to create the offer. So I create the offer, and then a person gives me money for the offer, right? So they give me the money, boom, I give them the offer. Guess what? I don't have the money anymore, but I still have, I gave them the offer. They paid me for it, but I still have the offer. They bought it, but I still have it, which means I can sell it to somebody else. So this one person that gave me $5,000, that doesn't preclude me from selling that same $5,000 offer to another person or another 10 people or another 100 people or another 1,000 people, right? So I still have the offer. I still have the creativity that I used to create the offer, and I have the money. Now I take the money and I go buy the car. I don't have the money anymore, but I have the car, the creativity, and the offer, which means I can go sell the offer again and replace the money that I no longer have because I spent it on the car.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if I'm creating an offer that makes me enough money to pay for a bottle of water, I'm creating an offer that pays me enough money to pay for a car, or I'm creating an offer that pays me enough money to pay for a plane, or I'm creating an offer that pays me enough money to buy an island. It doesn't matter. I'm creating an offer. If I have a $5,000 offer and I sell that to 20 people, that's $100,000. If I sell it to 200 people, that's $1 million. If I sell it to 2,000 people, that's $10 million. If I sell it to 20,000 people, that's $100 million. Well, that's just mathing.
Yeah.
Right? But guess what I still have? I still have all of the creativity that I had when I created the offer. But the reality is I actually have more because now I've created this new asset. And I know how to create an asset. So guess what else I can do? I can go create another one. And so that's what I mean when I say for creative entrepreneurs who pay for things with offers, everything costs the same amount. It costs me, according to my creativity, to create an offer that I exchange for some money and then exchange the money for the thing I desire to buy. And I still have the offer and the creativity. So when middle-class people and poor people buy things with money they've exchanged their time for, they actually become poorer. But when creative entrepreneurs create offers to pay for things, when you decide to buy something that's outside your current spending comfort zone and you create an offer to pay for it, buying that thing actually makes you richer. Would you like me to give you an example from my own personal life?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know how all of the "we will inconvenience you at our convenience" airlines play all these stupid games, canceling flights and rescheduling flights and delaying flights, and then you're missing connections and you have to spend the night on the floor at the airport and all that, and then you go to the airport and you get accosted by a TSA agent who wishes they were a CIA agent but they couldn't pass the test, all of that stuff. You know how all that stuff happens? So I was traveling and I had two bad experiences really close together. One, I was going to Dallas from Tampa on a nonstop flight to speak at a real estate conference a couple years ago. I get to Dallas, my luggage doesn't come off the conveyor belt. I go fill out the form. Oh, we can't find it, but we'll send it to your hotel. They never send it to my hotel. Fortunately, when I travel, I always travel in a suit. So I had the suit that I had on, but I didn't have any luggage, right?
Yeah.
So fortunately, I didn't just go in some shorts and a T-shirt, or I'd have had to go shopping, right? So cool. And I'm speaking the next morning anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. I wouldn't have even had time to go shopping. So they lost my luggage. So I go back, I fill out the form, get back home, still no luggage. So a month later, the American Airlines calls me and they say, Mr. Golden, like, I know you reported your luggage lost, but if you want to see it again, you're going to have to come fill out this form again. I'm not filling out another form. I don't want the luggage that bad. You're not wasting any more of my life on this luggage conversation. So I just left it alone. 2 months later, they finally delivered my suitcase to my house. I had mold growing on my favorite suit. Right? So cool. That's that experience. That's one. Second one was on my birthday, or it was the day after my birthday. My son rented a yacht for me, for our family to go out on for our birthday, for my birthday, for me and my wife and him and my daughter and my son-in-law and my granddaughter to all go out on this yacht for my birthday. And like, this is the biggest gift my son has ever bought for me. And we're coming back from Cincinnati, Ohio, and our first flight gets delayed, which means we miss our connecting flight because I was doing an event in Cincinnati. And then I'm like, oh man, I'm about to miss the disembarkment of this yacht because my son bought for me. So I had to go buy all new tickets, spent $7,500 on new tickets for me and my team, and fly back home and make it in time. But on that flight, after Southwest canceled my flight and I bought new tickets on Delta, I decided I will never fly commercial again. Now, I made this decision because I was just sick of it. I hate hassle. It's always a hassle to go to the airport. I'm done. Now, the only problem was I had no earthly idea how much it cost to fly private. I had no idea. I had never researched it, never looked into it, never thought about it.
This is expensive.
Right. And so I had a trip coming up in 2 weeks to go to Las Vegas. And I'm like, I'm going to fly private. It can't cost more than 25 grand. So the only friend I have that has access to a jet, I call him. His name's Gary. Gary, hey man, can you get me a jet to fly with me and my team to Las Vegas next month or in 2 weeks? He's like, yeah, I can get you a jet, but it's going to be 60 grand. I said, it's going to be how much? No, I'm going to Las Vegas. I'm not going to like Switzerland. Like, nah, bro. He said, you got to put your big boy pants on if you're going to fly private. Now I'm irritated, right? I only have big boy pants. Get the jet.
I'm not on YouTube yet.
Right. And I was on YouTube, but and it wasn't that I couldn't afford it. I had the money for it.
Yeah.
I just had no idea. And so now I'm shocked. I'm like, 60 grand. That's more than twice as much as I thought it was going to cost. Right.
Yeah.
And I had the money to pay for it. That wasn't the point. The point was 60 grand, but I already made this decision. Right. And just to decide means to cut yourself off from any other possibility. So there's no going back. Even though I have never flown private yet, I already decided I'm not going back to do this commercial thing anymore. So 60,000. Okay, cool. And it hit me. I'm going to create an offer.
Yep.
So I created an offer called the VIP day. Because I charge $40,000 an hour for coaching. And people pay it. So I'm like, I'll just do a VIP day. I'll do a whole day. And I'll sell them the whole day for 200 grand. I sold 2 of them.
Wow.
So 2 people bought the VIP day. So now that's 400 grand. I take out the 60 grand. Man, I'm in great shape. I'm $340,000 to the good.
I could go on a couple of more private flights if I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just reached out to a couple of people who were in my mastermind. Said, "Hey, I'm got this new offer, 200 grand." And 2 of them bought it. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So a few months later, I'm like, this 200 grand thing is not working for me. Right? I'm not doing like I'm going to raise the price because like the math is not mathing. I charge $40,000 an hour.
They spend
8 hours.
Yeah.
Times 40,000 is 320,000. I'm selling this for 200 grand. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not doing this anymore. So I said, I had a live event, mastermind, fulfillment event. I said to my people, I said, look, here's the deal, guys. For those of you who think you want this VIP day, and by the way, one of the people who did the VIP day, within 2 weeks of the time he did his VIP day, he had a $6 million day from the stuff that he learned from the VIP day.
Yeah.
And all the other people in the mastermind knew him and they saw him do this thing.
Yeah.
Right. And so I said, okay, here's what's going to happen. So I have this live event. I say, guys, if y'all ever want to get this VIP day thing for 200 grand, this is your last chance. The next time I offer, it's going to be somewhere between 350,000 and 500 grand. Buy it or don't buy it. There's no pressure. I'm just telling you, it's going up. 16 people bought it at 200 grand. That's another 3.2 million. Well, you add that to the 400 grand, that's 3.6 million. Then when I came to the event in Las Vegas, remember the first one was $60,000?
Yeah.
The guy who I was speaking for, I made him pay for half of the 60,000, so he paid me 30,000. Then I had a couple other events I made people pay for that.
Yep.
And now, next thing you know, I'm bringing in all this money from this offer. And since I created that offer, I have generated $12 million from that offer in 2.5 years.
Wow.
And I've only spent $5 million on private jet travel.
That's the
so while
expense of the
other
offer.
people are paying to fly commercial, I profited $7 million because I made a decision to fly private and pay for it according to my creativity.
Wow. That is how you get offers to pay for your life.
That's how you get offers to pay for your life.